Hello everybody, and welcome to my messy room. So right now I'm actually filming on my phone, and wow, one of the drawers behind me is actually open. Just now noticed that. Anyways, I'm in my room, it's a mess, and I'm actually filming on my phone instead of on one of my cameras because they just haven't been working like I want them to, so that's an issue. But I'm wearing these very lovely mini ears that I got at Disneyland 3 years ago because I have some exciting news. My exciting news is I got accepted into the Walt Disney World College Program. And if you don't know what that is an internship held at the Walt Disney World Resort where you essentially work within the parks and hotels. So, yeah. It's paid. You live there. So I'm moving to Florida. And so the purpose of this video is what's called a DCP tag. DCP standing for Disney College Program. And I have a whole list of questions in this notebook that I've had since I was 12. There's some very old, stories I wrote in here that I thought were good, and, I mean, maybe they were at the time for a 12-year-old, but, reading them now. So for my DCP tag, I'm going to start off with the first question. And the first question is, how did you hear about the program? So, and this was the last time, okay, 2013, we were going to Disney World. I was going with my two cousins, Jason and Jordan, my older brother, Colin, my aunt, and my grandma. So we were all going to Disney World, and I was the one who did all the Disney World research because that's just what I do. I look up everything. I can't help myself. So I was doing research, and I was reading a whole bunch of Pinterest blog posts about things that cast members say about Disney World, and that's how I found out about the Disney College Program, because one of the cast members was like, oh, I did the Disney College Program. So that's how I found out about it. I found out about it 6 years ago, and then it kept kind of was in the back of my mind and kept popping in and out through when I was in high school and as I finished middle school and high school. Lots of words. I'm sorry. Now I'm in college, and I was like, you know what? I don't know when the perfect time is gonna be. I was originally gonna wait till my junior year so I could go when I was 21 and then graduate on time. Now I actually don't believe I'm graduating on time, and I actually don't know what I want to study, and that's kind of rough considering I'm a sophomore. So, yeah, so now is the perfect time to go. Alright, and the second question is, how was the interview process? The interview process I went through very quickly, and that's very unusual a lot of times, especially since this was my first time applying. I applied the day the applications dropped, which was August 19th. About an hour later, after I submitted my application, I got an email to do what's called a web-based interview, which is just kind of an online questionnaire to see if you're a good fit for the company. I did that, and then I passed that, and then immediately, once you pass the web-based interview, you get to schedule what's called a phone interview, which is when someone from Disney calls you. So I did that, and I scheduled my phone interview for what was the first day of interviews, and I felt like it really well. Obviously it did, because I got in. And so the next question is, where were you when you found out? So it was September 3rd, and I had just come back from stopping at my community college. This was about 2 days before classes actually started. I went to go to the community college to check on something with my financial aid, and while I was there, I got a whole bunch of texts from a bunch of people who applied. They're like, oh my gosh, there's a wave today. Everybody be on the lookout. So of course I was stressing out because A, I was at the college and had to figure out if I could afford college this semester, and B, there's a wave. So as I left, I got into my car and I put on a Disney playlist. I just searched for a random one on Apple Music. But yeah, and then so I got home and I sat on the couch and was talking to my stepmom, and my little brother, he hadn't started school yet either, and we were just in the living room. And my stepmom steps away for a minute, and I am like, okay, let me check my email really quick, because I didn't want to be checking it incessantly. So I checked my email, and on the little app, there's a little red bubble notification, and I'm like, oh my lord, please let this be Disney, and please let it be an acceptance. And I open it, and then there it is, congratulations, Disney College Program. And I was like, what? And then my stepmom was like, did you get in? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I knew it. And so that's kind of how that went. Nobody was expecting me to not get in. I wasn't expecting to not get in. I was always expecting to get in. But I screamed, and then I'm like yelling at my little brother, and I'm going, James, I'm going to Disney World. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's never been. So he's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I'm going to see Buzz Lightyear. And he loves Buzz Lightyear. So he's going, Buzz Lightyear? A Buzz Lightyear? And that's exactly how it went. What is my role? All right, my role is attractions. So I actually ended up going to a character performer audition, but I did get cut after the first round. But that's okay. I wasn't like super upset about it. I had already gotten in by that point, and like I was just kind of, I don't know, yeah. And I don't really do theater anymore, so like I'm kind of out of practice and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, and that's my role, attractions. And I hope I get placed somewhere super fun. Like I really want to be at either Jungle Cruise I really want to be at Jungle Cruise or Galaxy's Edge, but I don't think either of those are likely. All right, the next question is, how did you find your roommates and how many do you want? All right, so I have a roommate and I don't have a roommate at the same time, because we're waiting for some things to go through with her application, and she also applied for a part-time position, but she needs to re-interview closer to January, and if she gets that part-time position, then we're just gonna get an apartment in Orlando instead of living in the company housing. And how many roommates do I want? If I do live in the company housing, I would probably get whatever the cheapest amount is, so that's like 6 to an apartment or 8 to an apartment, depending on which complex you're in. Vista Way is the cheapest, and that's actually where I want to live. All right, the next question is, what are you going to miss while you're on the program? What I am going to miss the most is, of course, my family. My family and I are very close. So yeah, I mean, even though we're like crazy and there's a whole bunch of drama happening right now, we are very close. So there's that. So I'll miss my little brother, I'll miss all my nieces and nephews, all my step-siblings, my mom, my stepdad, my dad, and my stepmom. So I'll miss everybody. And I'll miss 4 seasons. It'll probably snow when I leave, and I love the snow. So that'll be disappointing. Yeah. Alright. What is your favorite Disney park? Okay, so I have been to all 4 of the Walt Disney World parks, and I have been to Disneyland in California, and I have been to one of the water parks in Disney World, and that's Typhoon Lagoon. I almost died at Typhoon Lagoon. I was like 13 and should have known how to swim, but I almost died there. I do know how to swim. That wave pool is insane. Like, I can't, if you've been there, you know. But I love all 4 of the Walt Disney World parks for different reasons. Magic Kingdom being that it's Magic Kingdom. I was one of those little girls that was like obsessed with princesses, loved Cinderella. So yeah, like I love Tiana and Merida and Anna. Like those are like my favorites now, but I was obsessed with Cinderella. So the fact that that was her castle in the Magic Kingdom, I loved Magic Kingdom for that. My family and I, we all really like Animal Kingdom because our family really likes animals, and also we're a big Lion King family, so like going on Kilimanjaro safaris and like seeing the lions is always like a big deal for us. I love Hollywood Studios. Actually, Hollywood Studios I would probably say is my favorite park if you kind of exclude Magic Kingdom, because I feel like you can't really put Magic Kingdom into those 3. But I love Hollywood Studios because Hollywood Studios has my favorite ride, which is Tower of Terror. I just love the theming. I think it's so cool. Yeah, so Tower of Terror is my favorite ride, and I would love to get placed there as well. I would really love anything. I just don't want parking because that's a job you can get in attractions. And like, not that parking's bad, but I really want to be at a ride. And then what's the last part? Epcot. So I didn't really appreciate Epcot as a kid because I thought it was really boring. but now that I'm older, I totally get the concept behind Epcot, and I can't wait to go back. Unfortunately, when I get there, all of Future World, which isn't going to be called Future World anymore, is going to be under construction. Like, it's already under construction. So, I mean, I'm just excited to go back to Epcot and experience Epcot as an adult, a grown person. I was going to say a grown person because I don't really consider myself an adult. Alright, the next question is, what's the first thing you want to do when you get there? So the first thing I want to do when I get there on my check-in day is go to the Polynesian. I've never been inside any of the resorts at Walt Disney World. I knew they were there, but like whenever we went to Disney World growing up, we either stayed off property or at Shades of Green, which is the military hotel. So yeah, I want to go to the Polynesian and eat Dole Whip, because I've never had Dole Whip either, and watch the fireworks from the Polynesian little like beach area. So that's what I want to do when I get there the night after check-in, the night of check-in. Yeah. Alright. Okay. The next question is, what is number one on your bucket list? I don't really have like a number one thing to do, but I have a whole bucket list in a different notebook right here. This is my favorite notebook. This is actually what it looks like. It says Imagine on the front. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it says Imagine. And then my bucket list is like a page and like a quarter long right now, but it's gonna get longer. So the first thing I did right though was eat Dole Whip at Polynesian, but there's a whole bunch of other things on here, like random things like make a wish at Cinderella's Wishing Well. What's another one? Meet Mary Poppins. I've never met her and I love Mary Poppins. Eat at Sanaa. Honestly, I love African cuisine so much. Like, I just do. I want to eat at Sanaa so badly. I want to take a backstage tour because they offer those when you're a CP. They're free. I want to go to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things on here that I'm really excited to do, because there's a whole bunch. Even though I've been into Disney World multiple times, like more as a kid, I haven't really gone since I've been a teenager. There's so much I haven't done. So yeah. All right. Then the last question is, one thing you hope to take away. So the big thing I hope to take away, I'm gonna close up this notebook. The big thing I hope to take away is I can't wait to make all these super great friends. Right now I have a group chat with about 15, 16 of us. It's an iMessage group chat. We met in one of the original group chats, and now we're all going to Disney together, and we've all kind of become like best friends. And I'm so excited to see all of them. I'll list off some of their names right now. Tommy, Grace, Sam, Ryan, Mackenzie, Kayla, Ellen. If I don't say your name, guys, and you're watching this, just know I love you. Oh, God. Faith, Kat, Jackie, Shuma. I listed off a lot of names. I don't think that's everybody, but yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to meet all of them finally face to face. I've actually met Sam. I love her, and I'm super excited for that, and so I can't wait to meet all these cool friends. Again, the dog is barking. Again, sorry for filming on my phone and in my messy room where you can see all the mess. What does she want? I'm really sorry. Anyways, my program starts in 102 days. I'm actually trying to change my dates to the week after because that's when all of my friends are going. But we will see what happens. And yeah, so I start January 21st as check-in. My last day will be July 30th. And yeah, I'm super excited. And there's gonna be a whole new Disney series on my channel. It's either gonna be titled, Hey Hey, It's Lori, or Life in Lori's Castle. Hey Hey, It's Lori. It was an idea by my friend Ryan. Shout out to you and that super awesome picture of Hey Hey you made for me. I haven't really decided on a full name yet. But if you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel because there's gonna be a whole bunch of new content coming. I'm also having 2 non-Disney related vlogs. I'm trying to finish editing. Stay in school, kids. Get good grades. Bye.